Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm Jamar McKeel.
I'm James Joe.
And y'all just got served with J&J Sports. Happy New Year.
Shout out to J&J. So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Watching content like what y'all put up. So yeah, let's rock and roll, brothers.
Taking a look back home here in the United States. So Kansas City Chiefs tight end and Taylor Swift's fiance, Travis Kelce, hit a fan in the head with a golf ball again.
Man. Was this accidental or was this is purpose?
I think this was accidental because it's one of those things where, I mean, you know, that you got cameras on you, you're teeing off. It's really hard to aim for someone or like to intentionally mess up the golf ball to hit somebody. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, this has happened multiple times, so I think that's kind of the strange part about it. Right. He did immediately run over. He was very apologetic, and he said, you know, are you all right? And he did yell to, you know, like announce that he was hitting the ball for everybody. But she did still get hit.
Okay. Was she okay, though? She was good?
Yeah, she was okay. She did end up bleeding, which was, you know, one of those things. She said, when I got hit, I immediately felt pain. Her name is Katie House, and she told this to People magazine. She said she was just trying to focus on not blacking out. So it sounds like she was hit pretty hard.
I mean, and it's like, it was one of those where it kind of go up, or was it like kind of those bullet ones?
He probably sliced it, and then it went off to the side and hit her. She said Travis must have walked down while I was still on the ground, and I remember seeing him come up, but I don't remember exactly what he said, but he felt really bad.
Yeah.
So how do you think he was feeling in that moment?
I think he felt bad. It wasn't intentional. And then it's a girl at that, so yeah.
Yeah, they did pose for a picture afterward, but he said he couldn't smile for the picture considering the situation.
Like, was it like the front or was it like the back more so?
I think they saw it like in her hair.
In her hair, okay.
Yeah, so they could see like, because she had blonde hair and they could kind of see streaks of blood in it.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
And can we really blame him for not smiling in that picture?
Yeah, that was.
And, you know, looking back, this is something that has happened not once with him, but twice before. One thing I will say about it, though, is this third time, he decided to not finish his hole and just went ahead and ended the day of golfing right there, which is probably pretty smart.
Smart, right.
But this happened in 2024. He hit a fan in the back of the head while golfing with his brother, Jason. And there were also other celebrity competitors there. And then this also happened again in 2024 at the American Century Championship. So this actually has me thinking about your question of, is he doing this on purpose?
Right. It's like, how is it happening more than one time? It's like, that's the thing.
And I know he had admitted it was one of them during 2025. It was during a boozy round. So maybe it was just an accident. He'd had a couple cocktails and
something like that, yeah. Or his aim is just completely crazy. That's all I could think.
This is definitely one of those things, though, to where when it happens, everyone's chatting about it, considering who it is and who it happened to.
Who it is, right, who it is doing it, and yeah.
It is strange considering it's happened so many times. So I am curious for y'all. Do y'all think that it was purposeful, or is he doing this on purpose? If it happens a fourth time, I'm going to go ahead and say I think he's doing it on purpose.
We're going to have to do that.
Then we got to cancel him, I think.
Yeah,
right?
4 for 4. We gotta do that. So y'all, please let us know in the comments. Like, is he purpose or is he nah?
This did have me curious, though, about, you know, like other celebrities and if this has happened before. And it's actually happened a lot.
Yeah.
Ja Rule did this, and just recently, too, December 16th. And it was during the Derek Jeter Invitational in the Bahamas. And he shanked a tee shot, ended up hitting a photographer in the arm. And they did post on Instagram. They said they were happy to know that they can take a driven golf ball off the elbow with no damage.
Right.
So it sounds like he was probably all right.
Yeah, he's probably. Yeah, it really depends on the speed and the distance and how it's working. So yeah.
Do you think Ja felt bad about it?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I could see him he probably apologized for it.
For
one
that.
of those things. Mm-hmm. And then also, if you're a spectator at a golf event, you have to wonder, like, I may get hit here in this situation.
Right. The cameraman, anything. I think the cameramans and stuff should wear like some type of protection.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that of like, if you're going to be near where they're driving the ball, bring a helmet, maybe even
A helmet,
anything,
something, you know.
But then, I guess you have people who attend baseball games, and the baseballs go up and fly up. But
That's the scariest thing.
I wonder which is worse between a baseball or a golf
baseball
ball.
For sure. I would have to say, because it's like if they hit it and it's like one of those where it doesn't go up and it's going straight. I think it has more weight on it.
Okay, let's see. AI says a golf ball is considered worse.
Really?
I think it's because it's more dense and it's smaller, so it focuses
the speed. It's like a bullet.
the thing. But I don't know though. I could see a baseball also being pretty rough too.
Because if they're both coming at the same speed at you, which would do more damage? I would say a base.
I could see a baseball. I guess like AI though is saying because it's like it's harder than
a base. I mean,
I guess people are meant to get hit with baseballs, like with their hands and stuff, but like people aren't really meant to be catching or getting hit with golf balls.
Yeah, let us know which one is more like dangerous to get hit by. I guess golf ball or baseball. I feel like baseball though.
And so Dylan Dreyer was the NBC Today Show host, and this was during a segment actually just this past November. It seems like this just keeps happening recently. And she struck a cameraman accidentally in the ankle. That sounds really painful. I can't imagine taking a golf ball to the ankle.
Yeah.
She did immediately apologize, and but this was on live television, so everybody was watching this go down.
Oh Lord, that'd be the worst thing.
Yeah, and I could picture her being really sorry about this. She seems like a pretty friendly person.
I didn't even know this whole golf ball thing was such a big deal. I didn't know this was happening like that.
Well, and it's interesting too because it's there are a lot of celebrities that are responsible for this.
Right.
I'm sure
because they're not like professional golfers, so it's like
their balls are going to go not where they're intending to, but just off into the crowd or something like that. I'm sure the pros do it, but it's like, I guess it's something that you just don't hear about as much.
Right.
And it's because they have their name and they're famous for something else.
Right. So it's like they immediately get a pass, like, oh, it's an accident. You
know? So Ray Romano, the actor and comedian, was also guilty of doing this. He ended up hitting a wedding guest in the leg with a golf ball.
Oh my God.
And he was actually on the 17th hole of a course, so almost at the very end of his golfing there. The victim was talking about it on YouTube and said that Romano was very apologetic afterward.
Okay. I like the fact that these people that's getting hit, they're being honest about the situation. They're not trying to like downplay or try to,
either say that it wasn't as bad or that it was way worse than it was.
Right, exactly. Like they're being honest about it.
Well, I can imagine a lot of people after immediately getting hit saying, okay, I got to call my lawyer. I got to sue about this. Right. Especially if it's a high profile person too.
They're going to try to get something out of it. Yeah.
I've never been hit by a golf ball, but I have been hit by like a baseball and
soccer ball for me, James. It actually hit my finger and it sprung it. Like
so you got like a jam?
Man. I was in soccer ball practice and I was on the side and it right there.
That's so painful.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible. But I don't think it'll be worse than a golf ball hitting your finger. I think that'll probably break it.
Yeah, I have to say out of every sports ball, probably I guess bowling ball would be the worst to be hit with.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a pretty easy.
That's right.
So a former president actually did this. Gerald Ford. He was the 38th United States president, and he actually became famous for his erratic golf swings.
Yeah.
And he actually hit a spectator in the head in 1974. And I don't know. So like for a president to be out there golfing too. I mean that's one of the highest profile of personality in the United States.
What was his reaction, like the person that got hit with that, for the president?
It doesn't mention whether or not he was apologetic, because it sounds like it happened with him like often. It was one of those things where he was just known for not being a great golfer.
Okay, so they probably tried to just pass it.
And then this next one, I was actually pretty surprised to read this one. Tony Romo, former Dallas Cowboys NFL quarterback and current CBS analyst. He was playing in July 2017, and an amateur in Romo's group, and Justin Timberlake was actually in Romo's group too, which was pretty interesting. But an amateur ended up hitting a woman in the crowd. And you know who the first was to rush over and check on her?
Was it Romo?
It was actually Timberlake ran over.
Okay, I was about to say that too. I was like, okay.
That's one of those, I could see him immediately running over and being like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was able to, you know, get her to relax, and he apologized for what happened. And they were actually later able to joke about it. So it sounded like everyone was all right.
Everybody was cool. You know, just shout out to Justin Timberlake, able to change that situation, the vibe, stuff like that. So.
And then now this next one, I was actually pretty surprised to see this.
Yeah.
Our current president, Donald Trump, actually, you know, he's often reported as a skilled golfer, and you know, I'm sure he's probably pretty decent. But it said that he was actually has been involved in several claims of hitting other people or spectators.
Nah, that I ain't gonna lie. Out of everybody, James, I would say he's probably the most purposeful one doing it.
Possibly, you think it's okay?
Absolutely.
I could definitely see that. It's interesting because this is happening on his private courses too.
Yeah.
So I guess they're courses that he owns.
Oh yeah. It's definitely he doing that on purpose, y'all. Listen.
I know they are saying that it is kind of like maybe like stories that his partners are saying rather than official tournament incidents. But I mean, if it's getting mentioned here and people are like saying that he's kind of known for it, then maybe it is something that's happening.
That's something that he's doing, and that is crazy if he is doing that.
And then this next one. Now, I actually remember watching. I just happened to be watching golf on TV. It was 2009, and just hanging out. And Bill Murray was one of the celebrity golfers at this golf tournament. It was the Outback Pro-Am, and he actually ended up hitting a woman who was standing in her own yard, and this was from across the street.
Oh man!
So I know there are houses that are like built on golf courses.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're going to live on a golf course, you just run the risk of possibly getting, like, your house is going to get hit, or maybe you're going to get hit one day.
Yeah.
And I remembered, too, he went over and immediately apologized to the woman and said, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Are you okay?" And then he even said to her, "Okay, hey, when this is all over, let's go get a drink later." And she's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. Try to,
Does it sound like he was really sorry and was trying to make things better?
Yeah, if he offered the drink, I would say yeah. Like he tried to make light of the situation.
I remembered my roommate at the time. I said, "Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to have a drink with Bill Murray. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What do you think?" And he said, "No, I wouldn't want to have a drink with Bill Murray. Bill Murray's weird." And I just thought that was strange.
Yeah.
But Bill Murray, if you're watching, let us know what you think.
Yeah, please.
So it did happen to him again in 2025, actually. So this is like the fourth or fifth time that this has happened within the span of a year.
Oh, that's
just like celebrities hitting people. It happened at Dunhill Links, and he actually ended up hitting a fan and a dog with just one shot.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, that's. Was it their dog, the fan dog, or was it just like a random dog?
It was like. That's a good question. I think it was probably the fan's dog.
The fan's dog. Okay. Dang,
but
2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1. It was probably an accident though. That one, I think. But this is something that I guess we'll try to keep a track of going forward. And if it keeps happening, we'll definitely let y'all know about the situation.
Yeah, it's a lot of golf ball incidents.
I'm actually kind of curious now. Has Tiger ever hit anyone?
Tiger Woods, oh yeah. I'm pretty sure he has. Woods ever.
Yeah, he's hit fans. Okay, a notable incident was 2012 Ryder Cup practice in Medina Country Club. knocked a spectator unconscious. Oh boy.
Oh, dang.
So he went over, immediately apologized, signed a glove for the fan, and then let them know, yeah, that was me who did that, and I'm really sorry.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
there
Tiger Woods, I know that was a crazy story time. That fan. I mean, for the spectator, I mean.
Well, there has to be some sort of like legal clause or protection built in for people who are there golfing, that if I'm going to be out here hitting the ball and somebody just happens to get hit, I can't be 1,000% reliable or at fault, because this is a golf course.
You already know what can happen, possibly happen. So, yeah.
That actually almost has me wondering, maybe people, if this keeps happening, should golf with some sort of head protection.
Head protection, yeah. Or if the fans, maybe some type of shield, pretty much. But I know some golf balls you probably ain't going to catch if it's coming at a certain speed. But, hey, listen, man.
It looks like it happened in 2014, too. He ended up hitting Patron in the face with his golf ball.
I know that hurt.
Yeah.
Was it more the side?
That's a good question. Like,
that would hurt. I know right here it hurt, but right here it's like, yeah.
And considering Tiger's the one hitting it too, I mean, he's got some power behind his swings, and he knows what he's doing too. Yeah. So he's just used to doing that. But yeah, y'all please let us know if you know of any celebrities who have been struck by golf balls or anything like that.
It's crazy, man. We're going to keep you guys updated on them golf stories for sure.
I'm just kind of curious. Do you have, like after the All-Star game yesterday, do you have any confidence in any of the teams going into the playoffs for the NBA?
After seeing that, like I said, I say the Timberwolves. I see some confidence in them and Anthony Edwards, what he's doing. Who else I would say? The Spurs, for sure. The Lakers going to be in there, but we just got to see.
We were talking about the Spurs the other day, and you were talking about how they look like they're one of the main upcoming teams.
With Wembyana and everybody, I mean, yeah, they got it.
So they're going to be a problem for people in the playoffs. They're going to be a problem for sure. And that young team, the young team won too, so that just shows like, okay, we're taking over this game. When playoffs come, y'all OGs, y'all going to have to work. I like to see Texas basketball doing well. I mean, the Rockets seem to be doing okay at the moment. They're doing their best.
Right. So it's like, even though the football side didn't really, at least you got that basketball side doing this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to for the NBA season, and we'll definitely have a lot to bring y'all, a lot to cover.
Yeah, super excited about it for sure. But that's the end of our show, you guys. Episode 140. We appreciate y'all on J&J Sports. Our first time TikTok live. If y'all streaming live, we appreciate y'all. We will be streaming live every week on the weekend or Mondays. We appreciate y'all, man. And we almost to 150. James?
Thank y'all so much for commenting, liking, subscribing. Let us know if there's any sports, any athletes y'all would like us to cover, or just any topics in general.
Yeah, we coming with the heat all season, man. But I'm Jamar McKill.
I'm James Jerwitz.
Y'all just got served with J&J Sports, episode 140. See you.
Bye.
Hey, it's James Jerwitz from J&J Sports. Make sure you check out our episodes that are now on Spotify. And shout out to Barracks.
J&J Sports.
Keeping it slick in 2026.